Hi buddy, it's Julie here, and I am back with a new book review in my little traveler's notebook. And this time I have finished reading. I'm going to make a page about the book by Cecilia Hearn called How to Fall in Love. In this book we meet Christine, and she's had a bit of a hard time. And when she meets Adam, who's standing on top of the bridge, is going to jump, she she wants to do everything she can to stop him. And they sort of make a pact or a deal that if she can't show him or make him fall in love with life in 2 weeks, that's his birthday, he will go and jump off the bridge. And what she sees, and she's sort of like a fixer sort of personality, is that he has three major problems and she's going to fix them for him. She is going to make him get his girlfriend back, who has sort of fallen in love with his best friend, and she's going to get his old job back as a Coast Guard helicopter flying person, and she's going to make sure that he doesn't have to work in his family business. And that is sort of the thing. Throughout the book, she works on fixing these problems for him so that he won't commit suicide. Um, yeah, and I mean, Cecilia Ahern, she is an amazing writer. I want to start with saying that. And all you think, oh no, what's she's going to say? No, but I think she is a really good writer, and I really enjoy how she writes. I especially enjoy when the character have conversations. They're usually really funny and humorous and sort of on point, and I really like that. Um, and what I really like that she usually has this sort of magic in her book. They feel magical, sort of out of worldly. This book doesn't have that. It's very down to earth, very grey, I would actually describe it as. It's not just because the book is in Dublin and it's midwinter. Could be something like that. But the book feels a bit dulled of color. And maybe that's her way of like bringing out the point, because it is a book about a man who wants to commit suicide and a woman who is quite depressed, even though she doesn't really admit it. So it could be that too. Um, but I sort of miss that magic feeling, um, and I also felt like uh, in the beginning of the book, Christine meets Adam on the bridge. She is going to jump, and they make a deal that she is going to show him how to fall in love with life. She has 2 weeks to make this happen and solve all of his problems, which is all sort of okay, but I felt like it was a bit forced and a bit, it didn't really ring true to me. Um, it felt very like this would never happen. It's not really making any sense. Why is she going to do? I mean, of course, in the book, it sort of makes sense, but that feeling from that scene on the bridge where they meet and she sort of takes care of him, um, I just couldn't get over that, and it left sort of a taste like I couldn't. No. I still can't verbalize what I'm feeling about it. I just felt wrong. It didn't felt genuine. Um, but the book is really sweet, and it talks about, I mean, often, as so often her book does, it takes up valid points and sort of life lessons and true words and all of that. But this, that uh, Adam is, that Christine, I should say, takes on this role that she alone is going to fix him. And I mean, they talk about that in the book too, that obviously she can't fix him. I mean, if he is suicidal, she can't fix him by fixing the problems. That is not going to happen. And I think it's good that they take up that. But still, it does feel a bit forced. And it doesn't have that same magic as the other books do, that I have read by her anyway. Something in the book that I do really like is you talk a bit about moments, and that life is made up. by moments, and that good or bad, moments pass, because that is life. Life is made up by moments, and they changed and evolve and all of that. And I think it was really nice, and um, that is something I will take with me. And I mean, I have read a few other Cecilia Ahern books. The Time of My Life, I have read it so many times, and each time I read that book, I take something new with me, which I really enjoy. And I think you can do the same with this book. But for me, it felt a bit grey. It felt a bit not quite as genuine as the other books I have read. Um, but it's still a nice book. It is a Cecilia Ahern book. It has funny dialogues and very thought-worthy points in the book. But yeah, it was not my favorite. So yeah, that is what I think. Please correct me if you feel something is not right. If you have read it, I would love to hear what you think about it. If you want to read it, then please do. Don't let this discourage you in any way, because it's still a really good book. That is what I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.